Who knows? You've been checking it out too? It finally left District Heights. It says it's still in transit, not delivered.
Hardpoint lost.
Now it seems like it's going down I-95. I seen the destination point. That truck is going to Richmond. Okay. Now they better not drop the package off at Richmond and then have to transport it to Stafford Fredericksburg. If they're going down 95, that truck should get off at the exit and drop it off at Stafford Fredericksburg delivery area. I know how post office works. There used to be one in town. I used to skateboard and ride my bike.
Hardpoint identified. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure.
Did you read the parcel map?
We've lost the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint locked down.
I hear you, bro. Went to a Ford, any marijuana, THC, at times I go on a website and I get legal CBD flowers. And the guy I've been dealing with is out of Kentucky. And you gotta pay shipping, and his package gets from Kentucky to here in about 3 to 4 business days. Just regular shipping.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
And it's hard to believe what I can find on the internet and what they sell in the store here in Virginia is almost triple the price of the store in Virginia. And then online it's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Contesting hardpoint. Hostile attack helicopter inbound.
Enemy sniper work.
Hardpoint contested.
Deployed.
Hardpoint is secure. Hardpoint located. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint contested. Established overhead. Enemy napalm strike incoming.
I'm gonna get him, Tiggy. I see him. Only one of them been in.
Check your fire.
Get him, buddy.
That's a kill.
I just wanted to throw the stream on for a little bit. Make sure we're on the same communication pattern about the package parcel. Going through the traveling hell. Awesome, bro. Awesome. You got to get those background holiday music going. Get that spirit and vibe going. That's what I like doing. Putting on one of the old classic music stations. And normally, I don't know if they started already. They'll be playing all the old Christmas songs. But you can always pull that up on apps now. And on your phone. I haven't listened to much music like that. Well, this year, if I can get a donation or find money, or hopefully ask my parents, I need a 60-inch wreath holder, because I've already decorated one of those, and it has a tree in it. And I'm hoping this year I can use that other than having to go with the tree.
Hard point. Secure the objective.
The tree's white, it's wore out.
Hard point identified. Hostiles have the hard point.
There's another tree that maybe I could use. I'm not sure if they're going to use it or go with the real tree. Yeah, I don't know if you remembered that stream when I built that Christmas wreath. And one of my viewers I know that used to be a very loyal viewer to me. I kind of get that the other end of the tush from a lot of them. When she's seen me do what I did the first time before I've improved it, she said she'd give me $500 for it and pay for the shipping. That's without what I did to it the following year. And then last year they're like, oh no, we don't even want you to put it in the front yard. We don't even want to look at it. We just want to bite it and steal to look at it. Want to fight your good idea. Yeah, dude. And I already looked online They're only about 20
Hardpoint
bucks
is secure.
for the style that I need for a 60-inch reach. I already daydreamed it out. It's just I need that missing object.
Incoming frag grenade.
I've been wondering about old Baco.
Hardpoint located. Hardpoint is secure.
I love seeing the pictures he sends, man. The food he cooks.
SAM turret deployed.
His way of decorating for the holidays. He's very creative. He's another one like you and I do, you know, builder, carpenter.
Contesting hardpoint.
Very good with
We've
our
lost the
hands.
hardpoint.
Craftsman.
Hostile spy plane established overhead. Hardpoint
You
locked
build
down.
it, you can come.
Hardpoint
You
lost.
see it in your mind, you can
Hostile spy plane destroyed.
surpass your mind's imagination. Yeah, here. I'll invite him. Good boy. Tiggy. There we go. I just gave him an invite. I know if it shows he's not on his PS.
Hardpoint contested.
If he has the app on his phone, which I think will automatically download it, the invite should hit his phone.
Hardpoint lost.
Yeah, man. I wish when I sent him the invite, I could
Hardpoint located.
give him like a little quick voice message. Okay, buddy, if you got a little time, I'm doing a YouTube broadcast through Sony, Virgo Lover and I. And we kind of missed you. Wondering how you've been doing. Hoping all is well.
Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint locked down.
There you go.
Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint lost. Hardpoint identified. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
You seem to have a lot of the items here, from what I've seen in the kitchen. And then, like, the food pantry area.
Hardpoint is secure. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint lost. Hardpoint is secure. Contesting hardpoint. Hardpoint contested. Enemy spy plane inbound. Hardpoint is secure.
My favorite green bean casserole, the homemade mashed taters
Contesting hardpoint.
with the homemade gravy and the leftover turkey grease.
Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint
all that
located.
good stuff.
Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hostile artillery targeting active.
Yams?
Artillery
I don't know.
inbound.
I don't mind eating yams, but it's starting not to be one of my enjoyable things from it. Of course, they always got to be there. The yams,
Hardpoint locked down.
all the marshmallows on it, and
We've lost
it's
the
all
hardpoint.
sticky and sloppy.
Hardpoint identified. Pick it up, HVA. Hardpoint locked down.
The best thing is the turkey stew, the homemade turkey stew. A couple days after, and
Contesting
the good
hardpoint.
turkey sandwiches, light mayo, nice piece of
Contesting
lettuce or
hardpoint.
two, some good white turkey breast meat,
Contesting hardpoint.
properly cut, a little extra thick, not super slow.
Grenade!
Hardpoint located. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Enemy spy plane inbound. Hardpoint is secure.
Come on.
Contesting hardpoint.
Never had
HVA,
a
we are
sweet
almost out of
potato
time.
casserole. Never had that. I do like a good turkey casserole. If it's really homemade, man, that is good too. Some good green beans, and homemade stuffing, turkey.
Hardpoint lost. Hostile care package inbound. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint located.
SAM turret deployed.
Enemy spy plane inbound. Hardpoint locked down. Multiple hostile spy planes detected.
SAM turret's up.
One of your SAM turrets has been destroyed.
Yeah,
SAM turret
good
destroyed.
turkey sandwich. Heck yeah, bro. White Miracle Whip on it. Good. Fresh piece of lettuce. Heck yeah, dude. Eat one of them. Take yourself a good cat nap. Get yourself a good cat nap after that. Got a 25, 35-minute cat nap. And you wake up and have a good beer or two.
Well,
oh,
shit.
man. Did the guys get like, did you get any Christmas bonuses? I'm trying to talk over this loud TV game. Hold on a minute. Do you work for your own business, like a small business? Because you know, sometimes to get you like a nice turkey, and or if not, you just get like a Christmas bonus and a ham. You ham. You know that down South Alabama. He's a ham. He's like a fresh sliced piece of ham next to a nice plate of sticky yams. Oh, cool. Like the guys you're associated with, the big guys that hire you and the crew you can get together. And I wish I lived close to you, man. I'd know who to try to call for a contact. So hook me up, bro. Pull up in my work van or my work truck. Probably need a good work van where I could sleep in it and travel in it for a little. Yeah, oh yeah. Give them like a gift card or something like that, yeah. Nice gift card to Wally World. Take care of them with a good card. Tell them don't worry about working until when January starts. Just kick back. Enjoy the holiday and the new year. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool, man. I like to see that. Yeah, but what's going on where he's at as well, yeah. They say this stuff that's going on in these homes, it's not this one James home. They say there is millions of American homes that are having so much neglect and abuse and violence. They say it is off the charts. Pastor Begley was telling me about that. Since I really ain't able to go to church much, he's what you call an evangelist, a speaker of the Lord. He does a lot of seminars with Stephen Quayle. I could imagine. Yeah, I could imagine, dude. I could only imagine. It's like someone's always wanting to take the best of you. Yeah. Someone else don't like the best of you. And the people that respect the best of you are the ones that a lot of them don't like either. Mm-hmm. I was daydreaming on the web last night. I seen 3 nice, good vehicles. I wish that stimulant check came through. I seen one that would have been perfect for me, man. a nice Astro van with a ladder rack on top. Guy said he's been using it for his painting. He does painting out of it, but it's still all clean. It already has the cage in the back. Heck, I could make one side of it one of those little work lockers for the work shelves. Get my tool bags, my drills, and my extension cords and all that on one end. And on the other end, since it already got the cage in it, you know, the big utility mat on the bottom, I could put Tiggy a nice little travel to go area in it. Real nice Astro van. Got one at $1,200 for it. Real nice. No dings, no dents. It's gray. Year 2004. Old, but not old enough for me. I've never owned a vehicle 2000 and up yet. Then I noticed a real good deal. This was $900. It's a real nice 2001 Mazda B4000 6-cylinder 4x4 extended cab, sliding rear windows, bed liner. I think it was manual trans. No, it was automatic for $900. I'm like, heck, man, get me a good camper shell. Put a camper shell on the back of it. Get my tools up in there. And get me one of those little cheap tool gang boxes. Game box. I've already got one in the shed. Put that all the way up in there. And I got a place that can put me out a blow-up mattress. Get Tiggy his own bed in there. Or they have those little dog areas for the extended cab area. And those are two, vehicles that could really change my disposition here. That pickup truck or that van. Work myself up, get an account going again. Connect all these old boys that need help here. Around my area, the 5-10 mile radius. Heck, where my one buddy works, he don't have a driver's license due to a DUI. He's on a 2-year commercial contract, doing all the electrical, all the metal piping, pulling all the wires, hanging all the boxes, wiring all the boxes. Shit. I did 95% of that at the Army Depot Annex in Richmond. Steel framed the whole building out, steel stud framed it, arched doorways, firewalled and fireproof walls. Primed out, 25 foot of concrete brick wall throughout the whole building. It was one of Virginia's oldest railroad stations converted into a fire hall, an emergency fire hall dispatch center in Richmond, Virginia, called the Army Depot Center. And and then I did about 85% of the work for the electrician, for the goddamn, from the wires coming off the pole down the street poles, all the way underground. Did all the underground digging, trenching. Did all the gray conduit pipe. You gotta fish those wires coming down the pole, in the hole, in the big concrete hole that I chiseled out and drilled out in the wall to connect it into the circuit breaker boxes. I hung on the wall with the big gray, well, these are metal pipe once you get indoor, all the way up the bottom of the box. Put all the fuses in there, wired them all up, ran all the wires from in the box all the way through the building where we insulated the goddamn steel studs we did. God dang it, 85% of the work for the plumber. I tell you. And the project manager was from goddamn Miami, Florida. Writing text messages and emails to his wife all day. Sitting on top of a desk, staring at a goddamn laptop with his legs crossed. Man. Person that got that government contract that hired the guy I was working for. It goes to show you. It ain't that you're there, you're the Johnny on the spot and you're getting what you know you should get paid. I was getting underpaid so bad. The guy I was riding down there with, well no, the guy I would meet outside the gate, and he picked me up at the church parking lot. He's a very good amigo. He's well known with his professional and framing, stud and wood, hanging rock, finishing rock. Very well known in the area for, yeah. And that's where I got hired for the guy I worked for. And he got mad and he walked in there to the guy that was paying us. And he said, you know, I don't care you hire these people, HUD zone, you need so many people for the contract you get. I know how much that man, he put his arm around me. I worked with that man for days, no problem. He got almost good skill, sometimes better skill and idea, and knowing the trabajo, the work, than like I do. This guy really knows. He's learned to do this around people that properly made him do professional work. If you don't pay him more money, I'm not working for you. And my son is not working for you. And my brother is not working for you. He's from Ecuador. No. Yeah, he's from Ecuador, not Guatemala. He's from Ecuador. Very good Latino guy. Green eye. He very into church, very into Christianity. He teaches adult Bible study in Gaithersburg, Maryland, and lives in Stafford when they were able to go to church. He was taking about a 45 to 50 minute ride to go to church in Maryland, where he was an adult Bible study teacher for the original Testament of Hebrew. the Jewish version. He even had to read and sometimes speak the wording in Jewish. And the Bible that he teaches them from is read from the right to the left. And that's when he explained to me about Yahuwah. They're putting the New Testament the name Jesus Christ. Different time. December. The Hebrew called Yahuwah, Yahuwah. Different ways it's pronounced in the original term. It says he come from the warm September months. September. The warm months. Yahuwah. So they all flip-flopped it. They wanted to reenact it. When they tore down the walls of Jericho, a lot of the building code and the structure of D.C. is actually a reflection of almost the town of what Jerusalem originally looked like in some areas through the building Masonic code. And knowing to have masonry in my family, a mason, my father that was down there in Alabama, rest in peace, he had his own business down there. He helped do the brickwork at the Talladega finish line when they redid that one year, under his business. He had his, and how small of a world this is. I was playing Call of Duty, I think the Advanced Warfare version, 2-3 years ago. It's before the new home. I get a friend request of a guy named Bama 58. But check this out. I accept it, we're gaming, and you know, I bring up some of the areas when I went down there and spent the summer with them. They was expecting me to move in and just permanently gain residence there and stuff, but I couldn't really get a job going, get the rhythm that I was used to here with the friends that I know here and stuff. One time I tried to go out with some of the people's children that they know, they're in there having meth parties and all this stuff, and I'm like, no guys, I don't do meth, I don't do that. The only stuff I really like smoking is a little marijuana. We ain't got none of that here, and they're all in a kitchen, bumping elbows with each other, chattering teeth out their head. To make the long story short about the guy I met, Bama, 58, that was the year he was born in. And I'm asking him, you know, are you familiar with this area? Gadsden, Glencoe, Anniston. Hey, you know what? When I ended up bringing up, he's like, yeah, I live in that area. I do brickwork. I'm like, no way. Have you ever heard of a guy named Dale Doyle? He goes, Dale Doyle? I used to work for a guy named Dale Doyle. I was sitting in the passenger seat when he got rear-ended and all the scaffolding came in through the back window. I'm like, no way. And I know that happened because my father told me the story down there in Alabama. Son, I had my own business going. I got rear-ended real bad. That's the truck up there I was using. The insurance took care of the trucks. Damn near got decapitated on my buddy because they had the scaffold stacked up in the back of the truck, towing the mixer with the tool bags in. And right then and there, he's like, no way. I said, yeah, I'm Dale Doyle's son. Holy shit, little Dale. I said, no, man, I'm Donald. I'm named after Dale's dad, my grandpa. oh man, your dad's a pot smoking, goddamn bricklaying son of a bitch, man. One of the best layers I ever worked with. So I guess it's a shame he had stop his business, because he kept me working for a long time. That could have been the time when he started having to get that hip replacement, when he got in that accident as well. That's what put him out of his business, yep. And then they gave him a screwed up one where the ball joint kept popping out, and they had to put a different kind in him. He was doing a lot of high-end brickwork at the end of his work. He was doing the custom mailboxes, the front of homes, a whole lot of fireplaces, the mantles, custom brick fireplaces, all the custom bricks around in-ground pools, entrance ways around people's homes, the big brick entrance ways or all stone entrance ways. I got it in my blood. I know how to do it. I worked with him on 3 jobs down there for a little bit with the guys he was getting work with. We just did doing the fronts of homes, and he had me out there laboring, cutting with the brick saw, mixing mud and handing brick tongs up the scaffold and keeping the layers fed. They send brick mortar up them scaffolds different than the way I was doing it here in Virginia. They said, "No, you better bring that wheelbarrow up here once you dump that out of the mixer." I said, "Yeah, I realize that. Y'all don't fill up buckets." "No, we tried that. Damn bucket break. Splatters all over. Get that goddamn shovel. My buddy down there will show you one time. He showed me one time where you get a shovel full, push it up as hard as your arm can, off the palm of your hand. I had that wheelbarrow emptied as quick as I goddamn bring it up there with the shovel. 2-3 stories high sometimes. Because then you got to stack it on 2 stories in the mud pan up there. Then you got to climb up the scaffold with the shovel, reach around the 2nd story of the scaffold, and feed it up to 4 stories. Because you know, some of them homes are 3, and by the time you're hitting past that window, you're on 10 feet of scaffold, you're 4 stories in the air. I mean, they need halfies and cuts. I go down there and get their cuts made for them. And I was in the hot shit. Y'all got some dry hot shit down there. It ain't that humid, sticky stuff here. I was on one of those 103, 105 days. I got that cut off all white t-shirt on me. That nice damp towel hanging around my neck. sunglasses on, and good old rock and roll tunes coming up the goddamn side of the work truck. Turn up, boys. I want to have this wall laid for 2 o'clock for the prime of the sun comes out. It ain't even hot yet. It ain't even 105, 110 yet. I'm out there working with the old guys, man, the old papas. That's what I was doing on the helicopter hangar, working with all the seniors. I was their skilled labor for all the masons and the seniors. Then they had like the different Amigo crews. God, man, they were amazed. They said, one labor, and you're feeding 8 block labors constantly. See, that was a little easier for me though with the mortar, because they had a mixing man, and they had the guy that would pick it up in the forklift, and then I just have to be at the level where their pans are at and unclean the mortar pan into their fresh mortar pans. But then heck, dude, I had to run that 24-inch diamond tip wet saw. I cut every goddamn brick and block on that job site. Had to bring them all to rebar. All the cut bomb beams. Then I had to bring them all to wire. 8 rows, wire. This is big bonding wire. Then you got to fill the parts in that you don't fill. See, there's called mescla or mortar too. Mescla is the concreta. Mescla, concreta. Mortar is for the mortar joints. So now once you get all those 4-foot rods of rebar, those were I think number 8s, about as round as your finger, number 8s. You had to wire them to the other rebar that were sticking out. Those are every 4 blocks across. And then when you get that 4-foot rebar, you got to call in the mescla, which was the concrete with the fine, the real fine pebbles in it. And then we'd have to fill where the rebar is so it holds the wall sturdy with all the mescla. And then let that set while they're moving the line up. You know, where they're pulling the line up for the other end of the wall, that they're starting to build up to that tier while that's dry. And then the other empty holes that didn't have the wire, you got to insulate with perlite, 50-pound perlite bags from the top to the bottom. And you get all the perlite on there. Then you got what's called the cross wire that goes on top of that. There's big 8-foot sections of already pre-made welded wire that go over top of all that. I know my shit blindfolded. I was the first guy on that job site every morning, riding my bicycle to work, riding my bicycle home, working in these cold, nipple chipping temperatures. That's when they looked at me in the job and said, that goddamn guy is incredible. He's a damn genius. They thought they couldn't use the wet saw no more because it kept freezing up. Because you know how you gotta have the water where it runs across the blade, so you don't get all that saw, the dust, brick and block dust everywhere. And there's like a little waterfall system, and it washes it off the pan. There's this big cutting pan, like a big cutting board. If you had a good shop, or it almost looked like a meat slicer kind of, with the blades in front of you, and you can pull it at different positions. I cut all the holes out for the electric conduit boxes, all the metal boxes. Make pre-cuts, and then you got to get your block hammer out and knock the perfect square out, where you still got a bottom and top of the block. You stare at it, and it got a brand new perfect square hole in the middle of it to install it over that box. Then you got to pull the conduit box through the hole. Shit. You got to know how to lay the block. There's an upside down way and the correct way. You got to know what block you're bringing up there. If you're bringing a bomb beam block, if you're bringing a starter block, if you're bringing a block. People didn't even know what kind of block they were carrying. That guy that hired me was a 33-degree Mason. Very nice black man named Perry Mason. He was at a DC, at a Masonic Lodge of DC. And man, he'd come to work, all the woman problems. I couldn't make it to work 2 days. Look what this goddamn crazy bitch did to my car. Fuck you and your block crew, and threw a goddamn friggin' brick through his windshield. Because she couldn't seduce him to pull his pants down and give him some schlong. Went off like a psycho female to him. He was showing all of us on the job pictures of his car. He said, but without me here, I still see. Y'all did what we got to turn in by today. You hear the foreman scream up the scaffold. Every block layer, I need 80 block an hour. 80 block an hour. I'm counting. And you see him walk in every hour and start counting from the last block. 80 block an hour. 80 block an hour. Even though you're getting paid by the hour, 80 block an hour. I'm working with all the old guys, man. Old black guys. One guy walked on the job and knew me since he was a kid. He laid brick and block with my real dad at the FBI buildings in Quantico. Brick and block. Commercial government block buildings. I've imagined it, brother. Getting all those field stones, building a good field stone foundation, timbering out some trees, putting a nice all rock foundation fireplace in the house, with a fire stove on the back end of it, beautiful fireplace in the front. Nice stone walkway when you walk into the foyer. All wood. Cabin built real nice. Exposed beams. All the standing seam work I did here in Virginia. Historic jobs. Slate, cedar, standing seam. I've been on some of the oldest rickiest cricket barns. To some of the beautifulest homes. To the logging mill off of what they got here called Thames River. Logging home down there. We redid the roof. Where they push all the logs down the river back in the day. Right off the river. But now they load it up on the back of a big skid of a log truck. Yeah, the big logging mill. The logging yard. Get rough cut timber for your home. Yeah, that's the good stuff. An old bonfire with a couple hay bales, acoustic guitar. Time going as slow as a snail. Having a problem with that hammer hitting the nail. But don't pick up that hammer and hit my buddy in his hand. Why would you do that? Heard the good guys craft. Run behind that camera in their satanic games of only your mouth laugh. Bring your misery to a smile off your face. Chase a person with the telephone down. Stop on his shoelace. What would you do that? Take the time from underneath the stars. All you want to do is tell people a voodoo game and don't care who anyone are. And they're biting off you, biting off your ideas, and making a spell and a curse of voodoo. Seen a good image today. Real nice guy bending down by the water, washing his face off. Right in front of him pops up a mermaid, grabs him by his hair, brings him underwater and drowns him, and then sticks him in a wall of corpses. Really ignorant cunt. It's really ignorant cunt. Okay, man. Paco's sitting swing in, and hope you enjoy your weekend. I'll definitely be doing some kind of streaming, something live hopefully next week. I miss having that TV down here where I can get the TV Sunday stream. We're off this week, the Niners, the Bills. Washington played day one. The Steeler fan played. They won. They're still undick beat it. I'm going to shut down the stream and get with you tomorrow. Hope you have a good evening. If you got to work a little next week, you have a good week. If not, enjoy that holiday week off. Hope your plans go good for Thanksgiving, and we'll definitely keep in contact until it gets here. It's better a day late than a dollar short. Okay, bro. Tell James, I'm wishing him well too. Zan. Get the spell away from our buddy.